Hey, what's up? How you guys doing? Hope you guys are doing well. Okay, so alright guys, so this is what's going on, right? Don't you hate when people that you love and you honestly care about get upset or offended when you ask them personal questions, right? Because I don't get offended. I don't get offended no more. When they ask me, I get a little frustrated, but then I get over it because I'm like, you know what? They love me, whatever. It's whatever. So I get over it like as soon as possible. But let me tell you something. So I have some family members and close family friends right now that are upset with me because when I saw them, I was asking them personal questions about their relationship. Like, who are you dating? Like, these are the questions, like, who you dating? You know, what's going on? Like, who you dating? You know, like, okay, what's going on with that? Is y'all trying to, like, pursue, you know, forever endeavors, or y'all just trying to, like, just chill? Like, what are y'all trying to do? Like, cause y'all getting older. I mean, like, I didn't come at them like that. I did. I ain't gonna lie. I did. But I'm very blunt. I'm very, like, blunt. You already know me. I'm not, like, disrespectfully blunt, but I'm gonna tell you something that's gonna help you in your future. So I'm like, you know, real talk, I'm like, yo, everybody's supposed to be dating to do something and not just to be dating just to be shooting the breeze. If you want somebody, it's time for you to get it together and do something with somebody instead of just being like, I'm gonna get with you and I ain't gonna do nothing. That's basically, okay. Okay, I can understand. Thinking about it now I can understand why one might be offended, because that was so, like, dang, like, you ain't even, like, give us a chance to explain. But they should know my heart. They should already know how I am. Like, yo, like, I'm a very honest person. And it's like, yo, if you, true enough, if you're trying to be with somebody, you want to be with somebody that you can start building with and have a future with and have endeavors with, you know. And it's going to take time for you to trust that person and do that. But, you know, it is going to take time in every relationship. But this is my thing. When I was dating and I was doing my thing, they were asking me serious questions too. Like, they was like, yo, Ruthie, who was this? And is y'all trying to be something? All right, because, you know, they were saying the same thing to me. So it's like, when I'm saying it now, I guess, like, I feel insulted, because I feel like ever since I got saved, everything I say or do is like, oh, here she go. Oh, she preaching now. Oh, ever since I got saved, I feel like it's more judgment on me. Like, everything I say gets judged rather than what people say don't get judged. So because I'm the Christian, like, what I say, or who she thinks she is, like, here she go trying to preach and trying to make people. I'm just trying to make sure that we're growing and we're being productive. We're not wasting our times. Yes, relationships sometimes are not the greatest. Sometimes it's pros and there's cons. Sometimes it's difficulties. But I'm just trying to make sure that we have an ultimate goal that to be obtained, is that we're trying to live with somebody that we trust and we love, and we're trying to build a future with. We're trying to build that. And not everybody believes in the gospel of Jesus and believes that Jesus can do this for everybody. Not everybody believes in marriages, that marriages are legit and that they can be loyal and faithful, because a lot of relationships have seen otherwise. But I believe the opposite. I believe that you could be in a relationship and that you could truly trust that person, and that you both can truly have a successful marriage. I believe that. I believe that for anybody in a marriage, it's going to take time. It's going to be heartbreaks. It's going to be stuff that y'all may go through. But if you really love somebody, I really believe that you can sacrifice your flesh and what you want to do to suffice that person. And if it's not that person that you want to suffice, then you have to be sufficing for somebody else. It could be God. I mean, I suffice for God, but some other people don't suffice it for their family, for their friends, or whatever. Like, you have to know what you're trying to do. There's sacrifices there that's to be made, and you should lean towards those sacrifices for a greater cause. Like, if you have a child, if you have a spouse, if you have siblings, you know, there's certain sacrifices that one must endure to have something that's forever. Something needs to keep you. If you're not a Christian and you feel like, well, the only thing that's keeping me in this marriage is, you know, is my mama or my daddy or my friends, something's got to be keeping you. I'm not saying in an abusive marriage, but something's got to keep you to say, like, you know what, I'm not going to do what I want to do for the sake of this marriage, for the sake of hope. And a lot of people are afraid that if they go and do it that way, they'll get played. But if we keep thinking that way, like, if we start, you know, coming from where I come from and the lifestyle I've been in, all we know is play first before we get played. Or if you get played, it won't even matter because I was already playing, so it doesn't even matter. That's not the way to live. So that means that you got one foot in and one foot out. that's not the way that you want to live your life, you know, like with one foot in, one foot out. But sadly, when, you know, a lot of people like to do, you did that to me, so I'm gonna do that for you. Two wrongs don't make a right. And sadly, that's what people do. They do two wrongs, like, and it doesn't make it right. And then all it just does is just keep sowing bad seeds, bad seeds. There's got to be a point in time that we all have to come together and say, you know what? No matter what happens, I'm going to sow the right seeds. And if it comes back bad, you know what? It is what it is. At least I tried to do it the right way. I tried to do it the right way. If it comes back bad, at least now I know. At least now I know in my heart that I tried to do something right. You know, at least I know in my heart. And it's going to take a lot of prayer. It's going to take a lot of fasting, because the enemy he does not like to see people do things the right way. He wants to see people creep here and creep there and have little side people and be messy and, you know, have several partners. And, you know, even our bodies, you know, our body, God did not create our bodies to have multiple partners. And that's exactly why there's so many diseases out here, because our bodies are not meant for that. Our bodies are like saying, no more. I can't take no more. This is, how much people must I connect to before I, you know, explode? Like, this is too much. This is too much for me. I'm just saying, this is like, yo, back in the day, like, we'll find pleasure. Before Jesus, we'll find pleasure in worldly attributes. You know, getting our fix from this dude, or getting our fix from this girl, or whatever, on the side piece, or whatever the case is, you know, getting that. But at the end of the day, you're still sitting there, like, empty. So what's the point of just piping down everything? What's the point of getting mileage on your body? And what's the point of wear and tear on your joint stick? I'm sorry, I'm being explicit, y'all. What's the point of doing that to yourselves when you can have that one and have everything you need in that one? Don't have one that can cook. Don't have one that can clean. Don't have one that could hug you at night. Don't have one that could, you know, do some things for you that you like. Get that one that can do all of the above and stick to that. And stick to that. And if you're looking for that one that can do all of the above, pray and ask God to give you one that can do all of the above. Or what you can do is you can pray and ask God to fix the one that you have, so that person could be all of the above. I had a friend of mine who actually divorced. I have two friends of mine that actually divorced their husbands, or left their husbands, years ago. And then they were able to come back. One of them came back 7 years. She prayed and asked God for a man that was better than her husband. 7 years later, God was able to bring her back to her husband. And when she came back to her husband was so much better than what he used to be. And I'm not saying that's going to happen for everybody. All I'm saying is that in those times, is like, prayer and fasting will help you guys accomplish the goal that you want. How do you know if you're dating somebody, or no, if you're dating somebody that's unequally yoked, don't even do it. Save yourself the trouble. No. But if you are in a relationship with someone that you feel is not, or you're married to somebody that's not equal as you, or they got something else going on, pray for them. You never know if God actually brought you two together so you could be that light for them in that situation, that be that light bulb. But if you know that person's, and if you're dating that person's not equally yoked with you, and you know what you already gonna get, okay, imagine that you're gonna get that times 10. What you get is what you get. What you see is what you get. So if you believe, if you see that person is, I've never seen this before. This lady rode her scooter to the gas station. Hold on. Can y'all see her? Okay, because I need y'all to understand that God is love. You know, God is love. And you need to consider the person that you're with, because God is love. And if he has forgiven you of all your sins, and he has forgiven me of all my sins, and every day we go to the cross, we say, God, forgive me. How can we hold grudges against the ones that we so-called love? You know, God is going to use you in that particular relationship to show the love that he has, the love that he has for you. He's going to use that same love to give it to others. So in order for you to be that vessel to give that love to others, because we're not perfect, so that love that we have in us, it's like, okay, God gave me this love. He forgave me of my sins. I know he loved me, and I know he cares about me. So now God is like, okay, so now go give the same love to somebody else. I'm not saying that you should stay in a relationship that people use you, abuse you, and run around and do all that stuff. No, I'm not saying that, because that's too much to bear. Unless you really know that you could really stay faithful and not take revenge out for yourself. Because if I was in a relationship and I knew my dude was running around doing a whole bunch of crap, I would divorce. I could not take it, because me, myself, I know that vengeful nature of me would want to take revenge on for myself. and I would try to do some retaliation, and that wouldn't be the wisest thing to do. But I don't wanna compromise my faith by being with someone that I know. If you're already saved and you know that you love Christ, and you are in a relationship with someone that's not right, that's doing their own thing, and you guys are not married, just get away from that person. Don't be naive. Pay attention to the little signs. If you guys have broken up, you know, it's good to see how you guys have broken up or whatever, to see how they react. But seriously, consider what you're doing, because what you see is what you get times 10. Times 10. What you see is what you get. I hope that lady don't choke herself out, Jesus. Hold on. This little old lady is scaring me. She's just riding along on her scooter. Anyways, guys, she's really scaring me. Excuse me, ma'am. Ma'am. Poor thing. I was gonna see if she needed a ride. But anyways, because it looks like it is about to rain. But guys, I'm just saying this to say, like, if you know that you're in a relationship with somebody that you're married to, if you're in a relationship with somebody that you're married to, and you don't want a divorce, you don't want to let it go, and you really want to fight for that person, then fight for that person. But you can't fight your way. I can't fight my way. You understand me? We can't fight our way. If you're in a relationship with a woman or a man, or, you know, whatever, you know, we can't fight the way that we want to fight. We got to fight the way that God has told us to fight. And the way that God told us to fight is through prayer and fasting. So we have to pray for that person, and God will give us intricate things. Will give us intricate things about that person and what we need to pray for. And what we need to pray for. So I'm just saying that relationships are not easy. And I'm just saying all of this to say this, like, people, when you get saved, people get offended for almost everything that you do. And I don't even take it personally no more, because I already know that it's the spirit that's in them that's already like feeling like, oh, here she go, whatever. But here she go, whatever. I don't care. At least I'm here trying to put some life into you, instead of like just letting you live any type of way. And then when something bad happens to you, oh my gosh, I can't believe this happened. What you mean I can't believe this happened? I'm here. That's what I'm here for. I'm your family. I'm your friend. If I'm your true friend, I'm gonna ask questions. Just like when I was dating, you were asking questions about who I was dating. Okay? So don't get offended now that you're dating somebody. Now I'm asking you questions. Now you looking at me sideways like, why you asking all these questions? Why you asking all these questions? Asking all these questions. Why am I asking all this? Because I care about you. Why you asked me questions when I was dating, so what's the problem? Why can't I ask you questions? That's my overall concept. It's not like I'm out to go spread your business on I-95. I'm not going to do that. But I'm trying to say, okay, let's see what we can do to progress this. That's what we do. You never know who can need help. You never know who's inside, what's really going on inside. And that's my thing, because I lived my life so long, you know, just with so many things inside of me that I wasn't expressing, and I just wanted somebody to ask just the right question. And nobody really did, you know? So that's my thing for today. You guys, it's Car Chronicles. It is what it is. Stay blessed, stay loved. And do not be unequally yoked with unbelievers. And if you really want to marry somebody that's unequally yoked, then get ready to be praying and fasting like crazy. Even if you are yoked, you still got to pray and fast, because relationships are not easy. I know a lot of people that were equally yoked that goes through a lot of stuff when they got married. When they were dating, it was nothing. But as soon as they got married, it's a whole nother story. It's like a whole nother level. It's like, what happened? So it goes both ways. It goes both ways, guys. Dang, $30. Okay, $30 tank, not bad. But it goes both ways, guys. Yeah. But that's it, guys. That's all I have to say. That's all I got to say, okay? So, y'all have a good day. Bye-bye.